I like to ask a question to all the, Let's Players, video game reviewers, movie critics, and ranters and motivational speakers, and even parody artists who post their stuff on either YouTube, Blip, or whatever. What inspired you to do these videos in the first place? Seriously, what inspired you to do these videos? The reason why I'm asking is because I've been noticing these particular individuals are complaining about Nintendo gaining the copyrights on their own content, and also other internet personalities are complaining about people using ad blockers. And what that means is they're losing money out of doing what they're doing. And that's a question I like to know. What inspired you to do this? Was it for the money, or was it for the love of just doing it and entertaining people? Because a long time ago, YouTube, when it first started, there was no such thing as AdSense and monetization of videos. It was just a basic YouTube, it was a basic video sharing website where you get to share your videos with the people. Now, I found out about this because before YouTube was actually popular, I was actually making some music videos of my own. I was making, Transformer tribute music videos, whether it's about Starscream, Megatron, the Decepticons, Optimus Prime, and I was also doing music videos on Gundam Wing, Golden Boy, even a movie, The Last King of Scotland, and Friday the 13th. They're still on there. You guys can check it out. And when I made these, some of my close friends thought, oh, these are pretty cool. But then I always wanted to share it to the world of what I can do by just using Window Movie Maker. I don't use that anymore. I actually use Sony Vegas for my videos now. But at the time I had Window Movie Maker. So I was introduced to YouTube, post my stuff, and I got a good following. I had a good following. On average, those videos was generating at least 20,000 views, and it made me smile that people took the time to actually look at them, check them out, and even comment on them. Even if it was a bad review or good review, it was still meant a lot to me that people took the time to watch my work. And there were people there who was saying, you should be doing more than just doing this. You should do other things. And that got me to thinking, yeah, let me try something else. And that's when I was joining with the RWA and started doing music videos for them. It was the first time I actually do live action footage and making them into music videos. And everyone thought, oh, this is great. Now everyone wanted me to make a highlight video for them to, showcase what they can do in the ring, and they can actually share it all over the place. And this was long before YouTube and Google going together and saying, we can pay you guys for making videos by just putting ads on there, but it has to be your original content. Now, when I first heard about this, I said, okay, I can't do this because most of my stuff is not original content. Whether it's using footage from shows and the music I use, I don't own them. So I didn't monetize them, but that didn't stop me from making videos. And then just last year, I finally do some monetization with my blogs. And those blogs were actually inspired by Mr. Weenie and the Archfiend. It made me want to go out there and just post, say my opinions about stuff, give you my thoughts and views. And I said, okay, this is my original content. I'll just put this on, put monetization on it. And even though I got a slow start, my first video had only about 500 views. Most of my stuff average about 200 views. Some of them make it big, like the one on Austin Aries, which now is up to over 8,000 views. But even though I got less views on those type of videos on my blog series and stuff like that, some got 20, some even got 15, it still didn't stop me from doing videos. Heck, I still do music videos for people. you know? And I check on my monetization account to see like how much I'm generating. And since December when I started doing this, I'll be honest with you, I only generated about 13 bucks. But did that stop me from wanting to do videos? Heck no. You know, yes, I like to one day make this as a profession, like doing, you know, music videos and stuff like that. But at the same time, I don't rely on the internet to make a living, because you never know what's gonna happen. Like what happened with the Let's Players now, they lost out on a lot of money now because Nintendo is pretty much gaining their claiming their content. And then with people like ad blockers who are blocking ads, are not watching the ads, and then if you're not watching the ads, the ads that's connected to the video, they're not getting any money. But the question I want to ask you guys is, why did you do this? Was it for the money, or was it for the love of making videos? You know, yes, I mean, it's good to get paid for something, to get paid to doing something you love. But it's even bad when you complain to fans who watch your videos to say, stop blocking my ads because it's the only income I have. Or blaming Nintendo for claiming their own property. Why is that such a bad thing? I'm sorry that they're claiming their own property, and I'm sorry that there's certain people who don't want to watch the ads. But you shouldn't yell at them for doing that. Nintendo shouldn't be the bane of the existence of people because they're claiming their own content. And God forbid, other places are probably going to do the same thing. And people shouldn't be going against people who are blocking these ads. Now, the only time I would say that it's not a great idea to block ads is because it does take an effect on the website that the video is being distributed. That's why ads are made for. Ads is help to generate money so it keeps the website going. God forbid, what if people start blocking ads all over the place on YouTube or Blip, and then you end up having to pay a subscription? And I'll be damned if I want to pay a subscription to YouTube to post my videos. The bottom line is, people, is it shouldn't be like, say, oh, no one's watching my videos, how am I gonna make money? Be happy of the fact that people are watching your videos, commenting or saying it's good or bad because they're taking the time to watch it, whether it's part of the video or all the video. That should be the main payoff, that people are watching and taking notice of who you are. Now, I get it, there's some people who went to film school and stuff like that and want to make a living of this, but here's a smart thing to do. You know, do not rely on the internet to give you your income. Some make it big, like Doug Walker and James Rolfe, but no one can be another James Rolfe or another Doug Walker. Only a handful of people can be those type of guys who become famous and have to quit their day jobs because they're generating the bucks. Not everyone can be like that. Only a select few. So when I hear people like Linkara, when I was hearing it from the Archfiend, saying that it's the only job I have, I don't have time to do a 9 to 5, and there are other people who actually think the same way, like Let's Players, with the whole Nintendo claiming copyrights and stuff, all I have to say is cry me a river. Cry me a river. Welcome to the real world. Especially when it comes to doing something famous, like being an actor. Like some actors go to different places to make, you know, a few extra bucks, and sometimes the money they make doing that when they're not on the top of the food chain is good enough to pay for, you know, travel. Same thing as for independent wrestlers. Heck, my payoff for most of my matches back in the day, you know, back in the days, were about 20 bucks. The less was 5. And sometimes most of those things are like enough to pay for travel expenses. That's the real world. And unless you are in the top of the food chain, like for a wrestler, you're in the WWE or TNA, it's not wise to say, I'm going to stop working. It's not wise to do that, because you never know what's going to happen. Always have something to fall back on, people. And like the Archfiend says, you know, yes, he gets a lot of money, but to him it's spending cash, and he still has a job. And me, I have a full-time job. I'm a teacher. I got my education. I'm a teacher. And I do have the time to do these videos, because guess what? Yes, I do it in my car, but it's during my break. And yes, I get the fact that guys like Linkara, Doug Walker takes a lot of time to make these videos. But don't blame the fans for your misfortunes that you're not generating money. Cry me a river, people. And yes, I know I'm not making a lot of money and you think I'm jealous or something like that. But the bottom line is this, people. You shouldn't rely on these things for your income to make a living. Sitting on your ass and playing video games is not making a living. If you're popular, fine. But there's gonna be times where one day someone is gonna stop you from doing those things. Nintendo pretty much stop you guys from doing Let's Play videos on Nintendo, and you can generate money. And what you're gonna do? You're gonna stop doing Let's Plays for Nintendo games? Right there, you just pretty much demonstrated that I did it all for the money, not for the love of doing this. Are you gonna stop doing videos because you're not gonna generate money? There's some of my videos that I don't even monetize because morally I feel it's wrong to exploit the deaths of people. Like the one on Reed Flair. I put it on there so I can voice my opinion on it. I didn't monetize it. Or it's talking about how I remember Owen Hart. I didn't monetize that. But I still do my videos, even though I'm not the top of the food chain like Archfiend, Undertaker Freak, or Wrestling Jesus. I still post them on there because I like to voice my opinion, and there are people who do listen. And if I get money in the process, to me that's a bonus. But my biggest payoff is people watching it, people commenting on it, or people thumbs down it or thumbs up it. That's my payoff. And if you're gonna stop doing these type of videos that in the first place you were doing for free, and now you're getting paid for it, and then people are stopping you from doing it, are you gonna stop doing it? Then you really were doing it for the money and not for the love of it. Now, I'm not saying that it's wrong, but think about it, people. It's not wrong to make money. It's wrong to give up because all of a sudden you lost it. You lost your chance of income. And it's wrong that you rely upon these websites to generate your living. It's not always going to happen for every Tom, Dick, and Harry. You're not going to be the next. It's going to be a small chance for you to be the next James Rolfe, the next Doug Walker, or even the next Archfiend. You know, it's a sheer amount of luck, people. And you shouldn't blame the fans that you're not generating money. The only time you could blame the fans is if the website is saying, well, we're not generating enough money to keep the website going because people are not watching the ads. Then that's a valid argument. But to go off and say, boo to those fans who don't watch the ads, I'm not getting any money, and boo to the companies who are claiming copyrights on the materials I make, even though I'm using their copyright material, boo to them. No. No, no, no. Don't blame them. Don't blame it. Because if that's your only income, you're the only one who has to look in the mirror and blame yourself for not getting up and getting a job to fall back on. And I understand for those like Doug Walker who spends time and hard time, you know, a lot of hard work and dedication on his videos. Even Linkara does that. But what Linkara said wasn't right. And that's my opinion. And that goes to all you Let's Players, guys. Don't blame other people for the misfortunes because of some act of fate. That the powers that be is, you know, giving you a hard time to generate money because you're using their content. That's the way the cookie crumbles, people. And like I always said, business is business. That's all I have to say, guys. I know this is about 15 minutes, but you might watch it and you might get something out of it. Who knows? So I'll see you guys later, whether it's in my car or at my house with all my DVDs and my anime posters and stuff like that. And like I said, I do this for the fun of it. If I get paid doing that, bonus. But my job as a teacher, or whatever I'm doing outside, that's my real job. Have a good day, people.